All right, so you live in Newnan. You just won the almost $1 billion lottery. Congratulations. Here's the first call you need to make after Jesus. It's not your mom, unfortunately. Mom's awesome. She's popular. Everybody loves her. She's got a ton of friends, but she loves to talk and she loves to brag about her child, and that's not what we need right now. Right now, we need to protect you and protect your resources, the miracle that you've just come into. So the first call you need to make is to a licensed financial advisor or estate attorney. Now, if you call one first, call the other second. These two should be working together and in lockstep from the very, very, very beginning. As soon as you get that check in your hand, it needs to go to one of these people. And they need to work together to guide your investment into the future and protect your assets and resources. Because that's what you are now. You're an investor. Okay, so when you find these people, if you don't have one that you know, like, and trust already, and make sure it's someone that you can quadruple verify, not based on the recommendation of a friend. If it's, your friend is awesome, we love your friend, but your friend might, at the cent of almost $1 billion, even though it's going to be like half of that after taxes, hope not, but they might, their greedy switch might get flipped. And an attorney or a financial planner who's unscrupulous, who's recommended by this greedy switch turned on friend, may also have a similar problem. So we want to avoid that. So make sure it's someone that you can trust based on outside third-party recommendations, reviews, things like that. Ideally, you're going to create a family office. You're going to establish your trust. That all happens with your financial advisor and your attorney. The family office and the trust are designed to protect your assets and resources and make sure that they are not identified with you from an outside perspective. So in other words, they ensure that someone can't look at a house that you buy through the trust and see your name attached to it, because you don't want people to connect the name with the money and be able to come after you, frankly. Like, let's be real. The family office has a similar effect. That family office is going to be the entity that acquires property, that acquires businesses, whatever it is, now and forever into the future. The trust has the same impact. So the trust will be the holder of your real estate assets. It'll be the owner of your business. Family office will be held in the trust. So there's multiple layers and levels of abstraction to keep your name out of the conversation when people are sniffing around trying to find out who owns this endless bounty of cash. So that's your first call. The estate attorney protects your assets. The financial advisor guides your investments. The second call you make is to mom. It's finally time. She's been, waiting patiently to hear the news. And now that your assets and your investments and your name and your person, your body, your life is protected by these obstacles to your resources, to your identity, now you can start letting the people that you know and love the absolute most in the world know. You tell them not to tell anyone still, but if they do, it's not the end of the world, because you've got all these structures in place to protect you and them, for that matter. I'm just going to be really dark here for a second. You don't want one of them to be taken hostage and used as collateral in some kind of problematic circumstance, right? Like, let's just be really, really, really honest about the risks of being ultra wealthy all of a sudden. And quick side note, make sure that all of those instruments are in place. The trust is in place. The family office is established. Make sure that all of those are in concrete now before you have this conversation with mom. So now that you've talked to mom, the next call you make is to me, your real estate advisor, because the first thing you're going to want to purchase, and remember, all of your investments are now being advised upon. That's why this is not investment advice. This is real estate advice now. All of your investments are being advised and guided by your financial advisor. So now that your financial advisor has counsel over your financial planning and trajectories and growth and all that stuff, now it's time to buy something for yourself. Now it's time to buy a house that you love. It has everything you need. Maybe build a house. Find the perfect piece of land. And I'm actually on 20 acres right now in Sonoy, and it's pretty close to that perfect piece of land. I hope I'm going to the right place. I'm in the grass. But you buy something that is going to hold its value forever. You acquire an estate. It's going to hold value forever. Okay, let's just say forever. It's going to appreciate in value. It's something that you can sell again when the time comes, if you need to. It's not something that you're stuck with or trapped in forever if the time comes that you don't need all that space or whatever. Above all, you will get to enjoy it because you'll be able to live there. That's the third call. I'm your third call. I'm Adam Davis Real Estate. Call me. But the reason why that's the third call is because you want to protect large portions of your miraculous windfall in assets that aren't going to suddenly plummet. So in other words, don't buy a bunch of Bitcoin. As much as we love Bitcoin, it fluctuates and it changes, and it could just disappear tomorrow. I doubt it will, but you never know, really. Whereas a house is going to retain its value forever. They're not making more land. That's called scarcity. They're not making more land. They will never be able to make more land. So land value specifically is always from now until the end of time going to be more and more valuable. Another option would be like a business. Maybe you just buy some strip malls. Commercial property in general, it's a pretty fair investment, especially in areas that are growing like South Atlanta, Fayetteville. NEWNAN is awesome for growth. Your fourth call is going to be your fun calls. It's all the friends you ever wanted to treat. Maybe someone who earned it, like a mentor or somebody who helped you when you were in a time of need. Let those people be blessed. Your church is if you're a church folk, it's time to tithe. And I'm not going to get into what that tithe should be, but just think about giving to the churches, the charities, the beneficiaries, who you love and care about, whether it's children here in the country or, you name it. It could be anything you want. But it's time to start thinking as a philanthropist. And also note with your financial advisor that philanthropy is one of the most emotionally profitable things you can do. And also it ends up being financially profitable. And then the fifth call is it's your money. Listen to the advice of your financial planner, your financial advisor, your real estate advisor. If you plan to start a business, if you plan to just live quietly and in peace, just take the advice and the counsel of the experts you surrounded yourself by to heart. Do what they say. Protect yourself from people. Don't talk about your newfound wealth. In the words of Dumbledore, keep it secret. No, in the words of Gandalf, keep it secret, keep it safe. I'm mixing up my wizards. That's it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. God bless you. Protect yourself. It's a weird time that we're living in, and you really want to make sure that from the top down, you, yours, and everything that is encompassed by that, by your inner circle, by the people you know and love and trust the most, by your newfound wealth is protected, that it is a blessing for you, that it is not something that can be taken from you by force or by violence. Let's keep you safe. Let's guide you. Let's help to be good stewards over everything that you are and have. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. Anyway, Adam Davis Real Estate. Peace.